14th September sit at home civil action is something that I am so much interested in. You understand? The 14th September, sit at home civil action day is something that I'm so much interested in, because that is the saboteur day. To everyone that has betrayed this struggle, to everyone that has sabotaged this struggle, the 14th September is a day to remind them, the damage that they have done to our freedom. Because, remember, we blame the Janjaweed people for their atrocities. We blame the leaders, the elders, the politicians for their atrocities. Meanwhile, some of us who are supposed to be focused and do the right thing are also sabotaging the struggle. It is a very wonderful day to remember, 14th of September. So we should take it as a very serious action. Civil action, sit at home, 14th of September. For me, I think is something that is very, very important. It will serve as a very important message to those people who are planning to also betray the struggle, who are inciting different scenarios to betray the struggle, for us to abandon this struggle or for us to forget this struggle. And for those who have already betrayed this struggle because of 100 million, because of small money, because of political position, because of what they have promised you, because of oil wells, is a very shameful thing. And it will continue to be history that will never be forgotten. You know yourself. People that have collided, people that have betrayed the trust of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people that our leader just called and give them opportunity to serve their fatherland. They use that opportunity to betray the struggle because of money, because of poverty. Do you see the reason why we are shouting? Because if people that are even living abroad, they live in Germany, they live in Sweden, they live in Italy, they live in the USA. If people that are living abroad can be able to betray this struggle because of small money that they give to them, you see the damage that the Janjaweed government have done. Think about people that are home. Think about people that are in Biafra land, how they are suffering. There is no food. There is hunger. They are not able to eat. Anybody that come to them with 5 naira, with 20 naira, with a bag of rice during campaign, they will just fall victim. They will just fall victim. That is the greatest weapon that they have used to destroy our people. Money and promise of political positions. That has always been the history. This history has never changed. Even from the days of Ojukwu, even from the days of Abacha, that has always been the key thing that they have always been using. Go anywhere in the world, for them to be able to betray people is because of money, is because of wealth, is because of political position, is because of their personal greed that always lead to the betrayal. So 14th September is a day for us to sit at home, even as we take other action to make sure we pass a very strong message to the world, to the whole world to know, and for history, posterity to take its course. 14th of September. So that is a very wonderful day. Did you hear? Before, when I made a broadcast and I demanded to know the owners of oil wells in Nigeria, up to today, no one has responded. Up to today, even the Nigerian media have never done anything about it. Those people who say they are investigative journalists, investigative journalism, they have never investigated the most important things that are supposed to bring freedom. When I ask, who are the owners of oil wells in Nigeria and how do they get it? Why are they owning oil wells in Nigeria, a national wealth? Why are individuals owning oil wells? We saw in the news that the Sultan of Sokoto said he owned 23 oil wells in the Niger Delta. Therefore, he will not ever allow Biafra to come. He will never allow different ethnic, indigenous nationalities to have their freedom because he owned oil wells in Niger Delta. You see, the reason why we are suffering the way we are suffering is because of money. Don't forget. It's also because of money. It's because of also the poverty mindset. Because people who have who put us in this mess, people who are holding the system ransom, are people who are selfish and greedy because of their own personal gain. The Sultan of Sokoto today own oil wells in the Niger Delta. 23 oil wells in the Niger Delta. I asked people, Akwa Ibom is the highest producer of oil in Nigeria, even in the whole of Africa. How many persons from Akwa Ibom own oil wells in Nigeria? How many persons from Akwa Ibom owns oil well? That is why when I hear any of my brother from Akwa Ibom, from Cross Rivers, say that they are one Nigeria, I said, there is something wrong with you, because you are never one Nigeria, you are a Biafran. That is why they will steal your resources. Sultan of Sokoto will come to Akwa Ibom and steal your oil well. Or passenger will come to Akwa Ibom and steal your oil well. Mention their name. All of these men, they will come to Akwa Ibom and they steal your oil wells, and yet you are there shouting, Akwa Ibom is Niger Delta. Akwa Ibom is one Nigeria. Shame on you if you think that way, because your resources have been stolen away from you. You cannot survive without your resources. The resources that was given to you by God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, are those things that was given to you. Akwa Ibom gave it to you for you to be able to live a very good life. But look at the situation that you have put yourself. There is nothing. There is no manufacturing company. There is no seaport. There is no international seaport. There is nothing. You are just surviving from hand to mouth. You are just surviving, riding Okada, riding a keke. You know, people that are foreigners, they have come to steal your wealth. That is why I'm also sending a very strong message to our leadership, to make sure that our leadership ignore every distractions. Our leadership should ignore every distraction and focus. I know that our leadership, DOS, that is headed by Mazi Chika Edoziem, can do something to make sure that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, because we already know where the betrayer is coming from. I want our leadership to ignore every distraction that is telling him, suspend, sit at home. Don't worry, our leader is giving instructions. As long as you have not been able to hear from our leader directly, there is nothing that you should do than to do the commands that our leader has already set in motion before he left. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, already knew that there will come a time like this that something will happen to him. And he has already instructed the DOS and all of us, prepping us and saying, there is something that will happen to me. Do something when something happened to me. That is what I want the leadership to do. There is no need for you to be waiting anymore, because you have seen that there are some inner cackles, even people in this struggle, that have betrayed us many times. They have caused the damage. The damage is already there. There is no need to be delaying. Let us do the right thing for our freedom to come as soon as possible. That is why I support the 14th September. It's a saboteur day, civil action, civil disobedience for our freedom, for us to send a message to our people, to those our elders, to those our brothers and sisters that are betraying us, to those sabos because of money. It has always been because of money. Look at them. I see all of them in Abuja. The Janjaweed people, they rent hotels for them in Abuja, and they are giving them informant. They are becoming informant. They rent hotels for them, tell them to go to Biafra land and be using their because they are brothers, and be hiding. They disguise themselves. They disguise themselves in our communities. They disguise themselves in our communities, and they get information and they give them to Janjaweed people, and they will use the Janjaweed people. You use the information given by the Sabos to come and destroy our land, to come and destroy our hideout, to come and destroy ESN, to come and sell us out. They are sponsoring people to be calling us. I know how many calls I have received from different people telling me, oh, I should not talk this way, I should talk this way. Oh, don't do this way, do it this way. I say, what is all this thing? That is why I'm saying that our leadership should do something immediately, because this is time. The 1 million march in the USA is a priority. The 14th September is a welcome development. Everybody, of course, even as people are already taking actions every Monday, because the people are already hungry for freedom. The indigenous people of Biafra, we are ready. We are hungry for our freedom. And there's nobody that will tell us story. See, if you don't understand the level of suffer, if you don't understand the level of poverty, if you don't understand the level of damage that the Janjaweed people have caused us, think about it. Think about your child that have just grown up. You just give birth to your child, and your child is, look at the kind of schools they go to, suffering. Look at the kind of life. Go to communities in Akwa Ibom, go to communities in Ekwacha, Port Harcourt, where there's oil wells. Go to communities in Bayelsa, where the so-called Niger Delta. You will see the kind of pollution. You will see the kind of life that people are living. Then you will understand. Then go to the north. You will see the mansions that they are building. You will see the structures that they are building. They are building hospitals for themselves. They are building international standard schools in the north. Look at the kind of road. Go and see what is going on. Our resources have been stolen, and they continue to steal it without anybody stopping it. Only few people in Biafra land are the ones controlling this thing, and the Janjaweed people use them to continue to punish us, to continue to put us in this perpetual poverty. So 14 September is a day to remember all these men, all the governors, all the senators, all the politicians, all the elders that have betrayed this struggle, even in their old age. People like Obasanjo should be able to come and tell us the truth, because even at this old age, people like Gowon should be able to come and apologize to us for the mistake that they have done. Look at how they destroyed the economy of Biafrans, giving us only £20. Up to today, we are still suffering. Look at how they disguise us, discriminate us, and make us to continue to suffer. Up to today, our people, our youth are roaming about on the street. Our youth today are going into comedy. Graduates are going into comedy because they can survive. Because comedy is something that they can make money easily, because it's independent of the Nigerian government. Anything that is associated with the Nigerian government is terrorist, is not working. They will try to destroy you. Look at it. Everything that is going on. Look at what is going on. When are we going to be free if we don't stand up? The indigenous people of Biafra must stand up. We are the generation that will stand up to save our people. I call on all our brothers in the coastal region of Biafra to stand up. We are all Biafrans. If you are from Ondo, Ikodo, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, where again that people are having confusion, Delta. We are all Biafrans. We are all one people, and we must stand up to make sure that we defend our land. This is our call. This is the divine call. That is the reason why we are here on earth. We cannot continue to keep quiet because we're afraid. We know the reason why they are still keeping our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in prison. We know the reason why they connive with people. We keep people, even with family members, to make sure that they kidnap our leader, and they are happy. Look at, when I watched that very day that the legal counsel brought one of the family members and say, oh, everything is okay with our leader. Go and watch that video. He didn't know what to say. He couldn't know what to say. He was even afraid because somebody was telling him what to say. I already knew that there's something that is wrong. We must take action. Our people must rise up because it is time for our freedom. Let us don't give up. Let us don't forget our focus. Our focus is Biafra restoration. There is no side distraction. It is not a time for position. Position will not take you anywhere. It is not a time for political position, or for you to be proud, or for you to be right, or somebody to prove you right. This is not necessary. What we want is our freedom. The fight for position, the fight for who is right has always been what has kept us in this condition. We have to move forward. We have to be focused, because if we don't do it, our generation to come, our children to come will still suffer, and we don't want that to happen. So my people, 14th of September is a welcome development. Remember the mega rally that is organized by our women in London. The mega rally that will take place in London, organized by our women, is something that is welcome. I think it's 29, 30, and 1st of October. 29 of September, 30 of September, and 1st of October is a mega rally that is organized by our women in London, and all of us must support them because it is time for our freedom. Always ask yourself this question: how can a Sultan of Sokoto own oil wells in Biafra land? 23 oil wells, all the way from Sokoto. They don't have any oil at all. How can the Sultan of Sokoto own oil well in Biafra land? Yet you are poor. Yet you are crying. You are asking people, give me urgent 2K. You are coming online and be begging people for money while you already have the wealth. Always ask yourself, if you don't know, if you don't have any other reason for you to know that you need freedom, ask yourself, how can Sultan of Sokoto be the one to own oil wells in Biafra land? How did he get it? For how many years has he been holding that position? For how many years has he been owning 23 oil wells? How many years? Is it forever? Are they going to own it forever? Something that does not belong to them. Are they not thief? Are they not thief? Sultan of Sokoto, they will be preaching religion. Why are they the ones destroying us? They will be preaching religion. Why they are the ones corrupt? Why they are the ones stealing? Why they are the ones stealing our resources? But yet, they will be preaching religion. Sultan of Sokoto is the one giving orders to all the religious leaders in their religion. But he's the one that is, oh my God. He owns oil wells that is not his own. He owns oil wells that is not his own. And people are suffering. People are crying. We don't have to listen to these people because they have stolen our wealth for so many years. It has become a point that they think that they are the owners of the wealth. That is why the Janjaweed government, through the Fulanization agenda, Miyetti Allah and the Fulani Caliphate, they want to take over Nigeria. They want to steal our resources. Everybody know now that what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been saying is true. There is an agenda by the Janjaweed government to make sure that they Fulanize us and they take away our resources. That is the agenda. There have been so many revelations that has been coming up. Revelation from the ex-commando Kunle, revelation from Governor Otom of Benue State, revelation from so many people that have said it even in the past. Even our leader have said it in the past. But people refuse to listen. But now they have heard it. What are we going to do? Are we still going to allow these people to watch? Are we going to allow these people to be the same people that will sponsor elections in Biafra land? The Janjaweed people are the ones sponsoring elections in Biafra land. That is why I am so much disappointed when I see some youth in Anambra, in some other places, going for campaign for election, to campaign for the same people that have kept them in poverty. Is a shame. Look at what the Janjaweed people did in Imo State. They sponsored their people, they put their own people there, and they continue to marginalize us, to kill us. We shall not allow this to happen. We have already said it. Until we get our freedom. What we want is not election. What we want is our freedom. What we want is Biafra, not election. So my people, remain blessed and resolute and focus. Don't forget that what we want is Biafra. There is nothing else. Don't allow stop sharing all this side distraction. Stop sharing all this thing that does not make sense. Anything that does not talk about our restoration, stop sharing them. Stop sharing, because it's a distraction. They want us to deviate from what we are supposed to be focusing on, from how we are supposed to think together and bring out solutions on how to set our people free, on how to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free unconditionally. They are making us to be diving into other discussion that does not make sense, that will cause confusion, that will make us to fight. So as we are fighting, they continue sharing their money. Didn't you see what happened in Kebbi State? Malami was sharing millions of dollars, billions of dollars as loans to the residents, and we are here suffering. Where did they take those resources? Where did they take the billions of dollars that they are sharing in Kebbi State for their people? Why our people in Biafra land are suffering? Our people must rise up vehemently, because it's time for our freedom.